Hey guys, this is going to be a video on how to set up Arma3Sync. If you guys are unaware, Arma3Sync is a great tool if you want to sync up your add-ons, so you don't have to always go to a community's website and go and download the files, extract it into the correct location, figure out how to launch the game with those add-ons enabled. This actually does all of that for you, and I'm going to show you how this works. For this example, I'm going to show you how it works on Critical Gaming. As you can see, I'm connected to Critical Gaming's TeamSpeak server right now, so what you need to do for this is get the auto-config URL. This is designed just for Arma3Sync. So what you do is you go into that, you grab the file, or the link, and you pretty much you have all these different tabs in Arma3Sync, and we'll go over those in a second here. So the add-ons one you're actually going to come back to later. This is how you're going to launch the game with a certain mod set enabled. The add-on options, I actually don't really know too much about that. I think that just tells you where the add-ons are. So when you go and launch the game or download from the repositories, which I'll get into in a second, that's going to be listed there. Here, though, you're going to want this. You have all of your different launcher options. First thing you're going to want to do, normally when you launch Arma3Sync for the first time, it's going to pop up a, hey, give me the Arma 3 executable location. I actually canceled out of that, and I'm just going to go to this tab just in case you guys ever do forget to do that. You go to launcher options, you click select, you're going to find your Arma 3 executable, but in this case, we're going to be picking the Arma 3 BattlEye executable because what you'll notice is if you're launching off the Arma 3 executable, when you connect to the server, it's going to say, would you like to enable BattlEye? You say yes, it's going to restart the game after you connect to the server, and it's annoying. You'd rather just launch the game with BattlEye enabled the first time. So what you do here is you select open, and then under here where it says the additional parameters, just type in 0 space 1. That's pretty much it. You have all these different options. These are just different ways to launch it with like max memory, CPU count, I don't know what extra threads or something like that, malloc, enable hyper-threading, whatever. So you check all these off, and it's going to just start adding them all in there. I think you have to have values set for it to show up. But, I mean, that's stuff you can research on your own. You can pick a default profile if you want, no pause, all of that different stuff. So here you go. Next one, online. I don't think I've ever done that. External apps, I've never really used it. For this purpose, we really don't need that. So this is the most important step. You go into your repositories tab, and this is where you're going to have a list of all your different repositories. So if you belong to different, a bunch of different communities where they require different mod sets and things, you're going to have a whole list of them listed here. You can remove and add them. But for now, we're going to be adding the Critical Gaming one. You click Add Repository. Pretty much just paste the public auto-config URL. I'm grabbing it right from this TeamSpeak channel. It's in the description. You copy that over, you paste it here, you import. Everything gets automatically populated. You click OK. Now you'll see that you have Critical Gaming here, and now if you check off Notify, anytime there's an update, it's going to notify you that there is an update. I've noticed this doesn't always work, so you might want to regularly check this before you launch the game. It doesn't take very long. And that's pretty much it. So if you want, now we go into download the mod files. Now it's going to figure out automatically here. Since I've added the executable to this, it's going to be downloading your mods to this folder. So I've already got them downloaded, so there may not be anything required. So if you just saw I clicked that button here, that's to connect to the repository. That connects you to see if you have any mismatch in files. All you do now is this checkbox will check to see if there are what files are currently on the server. So you click that's going to go through and find all the files on the server, and when that's done, it'll tell you right here if there's any files that need to be updated or any files that need to be deleted if they're unused anymore. This might say 00 since I have it already downloaded, so we'll see what that comes back with. And what do we got? So 00. So now, if this were to say it had files to update, you're going to see red highlighted words over here. This doesn't hurt. This is going to be, this is the same exact way you would update your files or download them for the first time. So you'd select all, and down here, this little play button actually starts the download. It'll go through. This might take a while. I think it was like 5 to 8 gigs when I first downloaded it. The repository for Critical Gaming is actually very fast, so that shouldn't take very long if you have a decent connection. I think it took me maybe 15 minutes. Once the download's finished, you hit OK, you're good, and then you just jump back to your add-ons folder. Click this modsets button. It's going to be, this is an add-on group that was populated from the repository. So you click that, and if you hit OK and expand this, you're going to see all of the different mods that were downloaded, or add-ons that were downloaded with that recent download from Critical Gaming. What you do to launch with those those mods enabled, you just click that checkbox and hit Start Game. You'll let this run and let it go, and that's pretty much it. Make sure if you have any files downloaded in a weird spot, like you extracted the files directly in the Arma3 folder, if you found another way, get rid of all those files and restart the download. Wouldn't hurt if you're having issues launching to just delete Arma3 entirely. Download Arma3 and then do the repository afterwards. I know it can take a long time, but it's actually much cleaner and you have no issues in the long run. So you'll see that I didn't have any launch options set, but yeah, sometimes you'll have some errors and things like that. I wouldn't worry about that. Normally I close through those if that ever pops up. And you'll notice down here, all these add-ons are actually loaded with the launcher, and you'll see that Critical Gaming's working. You just connect to the server at this point and you're good. You'll also need to download TaskForceRadio. I can actually throw that into this as well. Let me open up a Chrome window. What I normally do is you just Google TaskForceRadio, you go to the website, you download the radio. We'll just, whatever here. We'll let that roll. It's a quick download. It's 134 megs, and I think I already have one downloaded. So let me pull this off to the side. Downloads 098. So this is what's inside the zip file. What you do here is all you need, since it already downloaded TaskForceRadio for Arma3, you don't actually need to download that yourself. Or install that portion of the TaskForceRadio install. All you have to do is go into this TeamSpeak 3 client, open up the plugins folder, copy all the files, and go into your program files, which I think I installed this as a 64-bit client, so you have to make sure that it could be in either place. You go in here, you go into your plugins, you paste it right in there. I've already got all that stuff in here. And if you look at TeamSpeak now, you look under your settings, plugins, you might have to restart. TeamSpeak, if you reload all, it's going to show that. It might actually pop in there, but it wouldn't hurt to just restart TeamSpeak. Make sure that TaskForce Arma3 radio is checked off. And you're good. Once you join the server, it's going to move you directly into the TaskForceRadio area. Don't be alarmed. All of these people are in here. They're going to be muted. You might hear a little bit of a few seconds in there where it's going to be really annoying, and it'll mute everybody in a couple seconds. But that's it. And then when you want to talk in game, you just use your TeamSpeak bind. There's a bunch of controls you're going to need, like caps lock is for like talking over the radio. Control tab will be like changing your voice volume and things like that. But that's it in a nutshell. Hope you guys found this helpful, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.